Well, hello there everybody, hope you're all doing really well. Welcome back to another episode of Draw with Mikey. Today is actually Friday the 8th of April. Oh my god, he's late. How goddamn dare he? Yes, but many thanks for bearing with. We are rolling back into town. This is, if you don't know and you're new, welcome, the super kind of simple, light drawing episode where there's no masterpieces. We just draw whatever I want to draw in a sketchbook and we talk about pretty much absolutely anything that you guys just want to talk about in the comments. So as such, let's dive straight in. If I pick up the last episode, there's one main thing that we need to cover. The last one that I did, everybody, was just a compilation episode, if anything, where I just whacked together all the time-lapse elements. And I put on what I personally think are some really sick tunes to it, like some real dark stuff for once. Thought I'd completely mix up the bag. And you guys, you either loved it or you fucking hated it. Christian Krasatsk, sorry if I'm Krasatsk, Christian with a K. Music switched off, my ears bleed. Use normal music next time, not some crap sound. Okay, so I'm pretty sure he didn't like it. Just amazing, bro. Many thanks, Rendy46LP. You guys really like the drawing side, which I really appreciate. You didn't like the music side, which is totally cool. Everyone's got different tastes. Personally, I'm really into those tunes at the moment from Hotline Miami soundtrack. Never actually played the game, but it really does seem pretty cool. NS Kivank. Again, your names are so awesome, but I do have trouble pronouncing them, so I do apologise. I'm frightened at the first second of a video. What the fuck is this music? Paranormal Activity? Please don't use this type of music. Got it. Anonymous Jones did like it, however. An amazing song, each their own. Indeed, Anonymous, indeed. Kai Tyrell, could you do some how to draw mecha girls, please? Yes, Kai, that is a great suggestion. And it is on my to-do list. So, yeah, I've been really, really busy. Sorry if I'm coughing as well. I've just had a really stodgy, massive bit of lunch. So, if I kind of like just fall on the page and start snoring, it's just because I'm massively full of food, which is basically how Mikey likes to be in life. Mostly full of food. Mostly made up of dinner is a good life choice. So, yeah, I was thinking about that in general in terms of you guys are really clear, as well as the how to draw females tutorials, you need to see some males going on as well. We need to, eventually, as time goes on, eventually I want to turn this channel into a really strong resource of loads of tutorials and loads of information, which means we're going to have to eventually do guys as well. So I was just thinking, how many tutorials must I do? Because I've got an idea, a list in my head of some really important points that I want to help you guys with that need covering. And so I started writing up the list when it was quiet at work. And I realised that there's like fucking 27... No, wait, no, that's a fucking lie, sorry. There's at least 23 different videos that are still on my tutorials to-do list, let alone all of the Sexy Anime Saturday suggestions and all of the ideas you guys have come up with as well. There's loads to be done. So I'm just going to have to really crack on, but hopefully we'll come back to that in just a moment. Blue Viking, please draw Anna Nishikonomiya Shimoneta for one of your SAS. I'll have to look her up, but thank you for the suggestion, sir. James Sung says, hello, Mikey, I really like your videos. Hi, James, many thanks. I'm just curious, how long have you been drawing? On your DeviantArt, it says for about a year, but if you only drew for a year, how did you get so damn good? Oh, dude, no way. Like, I think I've only had DeviantArt maybe for a year, or like bothered doing stuff on it, but have a look at my frequently asked questions video, because I do cover that there. Basically, I've been drawing on and off for a very long time. I'm an old man. I'm like 31 now. Old in terms of internet times. Like I remember things like Windows 95, and if that means nothing to you, then God, you're just not my generation anymore. But basically, I studied art at school. Just going to have a sip of tea, excuse me. Oh, and the reason why I'm probably talking so fast is because lots of things to squeeze in to try to make the episode really, really quick. But obviously, you guys, grab some paper at home. If you've got your own artwork to be doing in the background, then sure, we'll just draw together. It's cool. Did you ever used to have your mates around when you were kids, for those of you who might be a bit older, and you just, like, read Calvin and Hobbes or something quietly together, and then just draw different pictures? You just happen to be in the same room at the same time. Kind of that sort of vibe, maybe. Or maybe not. But yeah, loads. It's only recently, though, I've gotten back into drawing. So I had a massive gap where my life was just completely about different things. And then I kind of thought, bloody hell, I really fucking love drawing. Why aren't I doing that anymore? So now I am. And it turns out that's really, really nice. Let's get a nice big file on here. What am I doing, by the way? What am I drawing on this piece of paper? Now, for you guys who follow the channel, you know that last weekend should have been a Sexy Anime Saturday, and it wasn't. I am terribly sorry. I didn't get round to doing it. I was just too busy. And Then I thought maybe I could just force in like a really quick black and white one. And I thought, no, it's going to be too rushed and I wouldn't actually enjoy doing it because I had to go out and get some other things sorted. So really sorry that didn't go in. As such, I kind of owe you a character to kind of draw. And seeing as the last tutorial we did was all about how to gender swap characters, I thought I'd have another go at that. Obviously, this won't be the high kind of glossy finish sort of version. It's just going to be a rough sketchbook idea. But I am gender swapping a character as we speak. And what I won't do is I won't tell you who this character is for a little bit of a while and see if that makes it interesting. You might just hate that. I might just give up in a second and actually tell you. But I'm just coming up with a pose for a particular character who tends to have certain obvious qualities, including but not limited to a particularly large sword. That's a massive hint already. I know you guys are probably thinking of somebody already, but I might have done that person before, so maybe not them. Anyway, enough speaking in code. What are you saying? The Potato Master Race. God, that sounds like a Donald Trump fucking thing. Mikey, you inspired me to get my first sketchbook 2 months ago. Oh, fucking awesome! Dude, if you're... How's that going? I hope you're sketching loads. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, that's really cool news. John Michael Ordonez, you can tell I get a little bit too hyper when people get into drawing. I love it. How do you make your drawing more dynamic? That is a great question. And that is actually on my to-do list for a particular type of tutorial about poses and scenes. So we're going to come back to that, sir. Thank you. Do you like Hotline Miami? Because those 2 songs you used was from it. Yes. Halo Caleb 98. They were from there, but I've never played the game. It's on my to-do list. I hear it's really dark, much like the music, and really kind of grim and full of hobo massacre and stuff like that. 6.5 out of 10 IGN, regular to the Draw with Mikey series. Hey, bro. Hey, Mikey, I've seen some other drawing channels, he says, that do a kind of interactive critique. Would you ever consider doing this? I know you're busy. Yes, I am, but thanks for bearing with. There are other places for this kind of thing, but for a pretty unique and quirky look that I think a lot of us appreciate. Oh, cheers, bro. Cheers. Your vids are loads of fun, but keep it up. Can't wait till you're back from a break. Yes, so many breaks and things I have to take. Over this summer, this is a really busy time for Mikey. More tea. So I'm going to be a little bit inconsistent at times with the videos. I'm going to do my damn best not to be, but it is like basically a risk that's on the horizon. So just bear with me. Raphael Cabaj. The drowning was amazing, but the music wasn't my... God. Dude, fucking check your grammar, bro. I think what you're trying to say is you like the drawing, but not the music. Understood. Anime artist, can you please draw Mika from Street Fighter? I will put her on the list, no worries. Marcel Scheimflug. Oh, God, your names are so fucking awesome. Great music selection, great sketches. Oh, yay. Ding! We get to tick that off as one. One person did like the tunes that we had going on. Okay, so let's get an arm that's going to go over here. And what I'm doing, because this is just like a casual sketch thing, everybody, I've got some reference images of the male version of the character that I'm drawing right now. There on my computer screen. And I've also got another reference image of someone in a pose. So I'm kind of using the pose to get my framework, this blocking shapes thing, from this reference picture. And I'm using the reference image on just Google image search for the actual character that I'm trying to draw. So I'm going to put that character on top of this pose. And it's either going to work out great or it's not going to work out at all. One or the other. You decide. Actually, the drawing will decide. It'll be good or it won't. Although, it's all subject to people's views and what you sort of see as a viewer. So I guess you do decide. I take it back. Kiro Ven, could you draw me Abby from Senran Kagura? Yes, I could. We'll put her on the list. Mickey from Nico 2099996. It's Mikey, mate. Don't worry about it, though. M-I-C-K-Y is not how you spell my name. It's M-I-K-E-Y. Boom! It's on the banner. You should do a boys tutorial. Correct. As we've talked about just now. You're absolutely goddamn right. I really need to. It's still going to be a little bit further away on the horizon. We've got so many other tutorial vids to do. And I am genuinely considering, just to warn you guys, still doing the Sexy Anime Saturdays, but I might do it every 3rd week now. So, 2 tutorials. Tutorial Saturday, Sexy Anime Saturday. Tutorial, Sexy Anime, tutorial, Sexy Anime. Because the tutorial videos are really important. I need to get them out. I really enjoy doing them. And they take a fraction of the time to do than the Sexy Anime Saturdays do. Making those videos takes all day and loads of preparation. Whereas the tutorials, because I work quite slowly, the tutorial videos maybe take half a day to make sure I've got that just right with all the rendering and stuff. So I want to make more of them just to get a little bit more time back. And also, it's still something I know you guys really bloody enjoy. Charles Taliferro, Epic. Cheers, bro. Carl Dillard, Ebony Armor from Skyrim. Oh. So yeah, I could draw like a female character with Skyrim armor, I guess, if that's what you're getting at. But I guess, I don't really know. Is there a particular... Because I've played a bit of Skyrim, by the way, long ago. But there's no particular characters that I remember, if that makes sense. You play a generic character that gets to be any type of species or character that you kind of want in the Skyrim universe. So the Ebony Armor is a great idea, but on who, so to speak? So get in the comments, let me know. And as ever, this whole series is about your thoughts in the comments. So get in the comments in general. Talk to me about whatever you want to talk with. I don't answer them in the series. I don't answer your comments in the comment section because I read them. And I'll read your comments in this episode in the next episode. You see how that works? See how clever it is? Oh my god. Genius. Genius level stuff. Probably not my idea. I think a lot of people do drawing stuff. And, oh yeah, really randomly, you'll know that back a few weeks ago, I did a Fine Bros rant episode of Draw with Mikey, where I just talked about where they try to own the concept of drawing. And I made a joke in that episode ages back about how it's like me trying to own the idea of drawing on camera, and that somehow you'd have to pay me money and stuff and ting. And then, if you guys follow Draw with Jazza, he actually made that the topic of his April Fool's video, which was really good. Obviously, his idea was way better version of my one, because he got loads of famous YouTube artists. Not me, didn't invite me, don't worry about it. But he got loads of famous YouTube artists to kind of do promotional stuff for it. It's a really, really fun video. Really liked what he had going on. Just trying to think how our fingers are going to be in... So let's get a bit of angle here. And as you probably guessed, here's the big sword. Obviously, this is just an indicator line. But here's the big sword as it goes over this character's shoulder. So, I mean, if you're watching this series, it's a really casual one where I swear and just talk about whatever the fuck I want, and drink tea, obviously, every episode, then you'll probably know that I cover the drawing style that I like to work with for anime girls a lot, and that involves building up a basic framework and then putting a character on top. So this is just a classic example of doing that. Kind of get the framework in place. Obviously, I've not drawn two main assets, you know, the eyes, obviously. Two big main assets that I'm going to put on very shortly. But this is just a nice example of how things go. The character I'm drawing right now, by the way, was not the character I had in mind for last week's SAS. That character I'm not going to talk about because I still have an idea of what would be good for her, but I just need to actually get around to doing it. So this is just a completely extra bit on the side. Christian Blunt, what are you saying in the comments? Next tutorial, could you do sexy poses? Having problems with that. There are a lot of sexy poses available in life, so I will be doing tutorials about some common ones, or at least the main common themes. And let's talk really briefly here, really briefly. Here I've got a pose where I've decided that it's not a character standing up straight. I've put a jaunty angle on it, excuse me, and I've done it so that the hips pop right out to the right-hand side, straight over here, so you see loads of accentuated hip curve. A bit of thigh gaps, always a bit of a winner. And the leaning down means that you're going to get some good cleavage angle as well. So there's lots of kind of dynamic things you can think about, but I will cover that in some actual detail in a tutorial in the future. That's been a long time since I've said it like that, in an old school way. And Boosted Atako, hello, fantastic, just fantastic, can't complain about anything you draw. Thank you very much, I really appreciate that. Although, don't be scared. If you see something and you think, oh, I like Mikey's videos and that drawing's okay, but some bit of it is a bit off, don't be scared to tell me about it. Like, if you don't agree with my opinions on stuff, and you've got opinions of your own, unless you're kind of just saying I'm a fucking arsehole for no particular reason, if you've got differing opinions, share it. I always want to hear stuff like that. That's really cool, because we live in a world, like, you know, the Western world, you're actually allowed to have different opinions without getting in trouble for it, which is weirdly like a privilege, like we take for granted. I certainly do. I have different opinions from loads of people, and I tell them, and it's fine because we can do that in a normal society without getting your fucking head chopped off or something. But c'est la vie, let's keep it out of the politics. Right, so those were your comments on the Draw with Mikey time-lapse compilation number 1, numero uno. I think that is all of them, just having a little scroll. Yes, I believe it is indeed. So, let's pop back to all of your further comments and bits in the video before, the Leafy is Here apology and thoughts on Western comics that I kind of did. Basically, I just talked about my thoughts on comics, obviously, and mentioned about when Leafy is Here did, like, that video that got him in a bit of trouble. Let's drink. More tea. And just double check everything's in focus through the camera phone. Yeah, we're doing all right. What are you guys drawing at home? Oh yeah, and as ever, if you are drawing in general, or you're working on any drawing projects at the moment, get in the comments, let me know. I'm always interested into what you guys are doing. Obviously, I kind of release loads of videos on this channel, but it's not just about that. I want to know what you guys are up to. What are you watching? What anime is really good? What manga are you reading, if any? And what art projects are you working on? Is it anything for school or anything in your own time? Really want to know. So yeah, here we go. Straight in with a big circular opinion. This female character's got two great big valuable opinions that give her worth as a person. And about here, and then have another one over here. Hey babe, wow, I can see you've got an opinion on something. Why don't we get some coffee and you can tell me all about what you think about things? That was a great opinion, if you get my drift. Yes, I'm saying men pay more attention to women's values sometimes, if they're also hot. Have you ever watched the film Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, where he's a lawyer and he has to tell the truth? And he talks to the woman in the lift? Hilarious scene. Jim Carrey at some of his finest. So, yeah, about 2 weeks ago when we had the other episode, what are you guys up to and what are you saying? Timothy Messer says, is it me? Or does a video... Oh, wait. Yeah, dude. Oh, this fucks me off so much. So, cheers for the heads up. Like, my video last time, the video was fine. And then I uploaded it to YouTube and it was fine. And then after YouTube kind of, you know, scans it and does their own thing and then it went live, just a massive middle chunk of a video freezes. So all the audio plays and like all the things that I'm talking about are still on there, but just the video itself is just completely just stopped for a bit, and then it comes back to life towards the end before the time lapse, which is convenient because it means it's not can ruin the main qualities of the video, but just really fucking annoying. So yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out to make sure that's not happening this time. Oh, look at that cheeky smudge. Just leak that off my finger and go back down. So this is a further hint as to the character that I'm drawing at the moment. In fact, I'm going to double check exactly what this character's sword looks like. Oh, this is going to work out great. It goes something like this at the top, or I should say at the bottom of the hilt, upside down. It used to dimensions, Mikey, you idiot. And then over here, it's going to apply some depth and thickness. And then just going to bring it down. Big, powerful line down here. Again, I'm not bothering even to use a ruler right now. This is just my rough sketchbook. And the whole point of a good sketchbook, in my opinion, is it's a place where if you've got an idea or an image in your brain, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you record it. You put that idea or that image onto some paper, and then your brain doesn't have to remember it anymore. And eventually you can come back to that idea in years and maybe turn it into a project, who knows? But always have a sketchbook if you can. Don't need to carry it around with you all the time because that's just long, but certainly have one at home. If you've come up with some thoughts during the day, write it down. Come home, whack on your favourite music, and then put it in a sketchbook. Bloody love drawing. So yeah, the video is a bit messed up, thanks for bearing with, but it's up, so there you go. The Nico Juju, or Cat Juju, I'm not sure. You also need to go back to... Yeah, you need to go back to singing and want to pre-order your mixtape. You do not want that, but many, many thanks. More songs in the time-lapse. The Empoleon78, have you watched the H3H3 rant on Leafy? Ah, so yeah, this is in reference to, I watched a little bit of it, not all of it, and he basically, you know, explained how Leafy's a fucking asshole for doing his rant videos, and it's not, I mean, Leafy did his rant videos, but Leafy clearly was not aware that the guy was autistic at the time he made his videos. He thought it's just any other person making, you know, dodgy shit videos. Not saying that guy's videos are shit, he gets loads of support now as a result of the whole thing, and good, it's nice when people are nice. But it kind of looks like H3 kind of backstabs Leafy a bit and tries to tear him a new one, maybe for the sake of his own views. I try not to get too much into that drama, because I'd hate for my channel to ever be on their radar, and then they just start ripping the piss out of me, because I draw boobs on my channel or something like that, and then it would just be long. So, yeah, keep my opinions limited. But, yeah, it seemed a bit off, and a bit of an arsehole dick move. So la vie. Chris Hernandez, can you draw a Sluty Palutena? I don't know who Palutena is. Palutena? What character's that? What's that from? Get in the comments. Let me know. And don't worry about taking breaks from Nico Juju again. We'll still be here when you turn. Cheers, guys. Swinging says, hello, you lovely human. I like your vids. Thank you very much, you lovely human back. I'm assuming you're a human and not a dog that's learned how to use a computer. I love your support, so that's really kind of you. Thank you. Thank you indeed. Okay, so this particular sword, I think if I do this shape, Now, those of you who are like aficionados of various anime and manga, if I do that, and then if I draw a line down here, and then a line down here to indicate part of the sword and sword blade, probably have a fair idea of the character that I'm trying to gender swap right now. But still, not going to tell you. Maybe first want to put it in the comments? Oh, that'd be a good idea. Oh, no. No. Oh, shit, I've just realised that I'm probably going to put the character's name in the title of this video. Oh, I haven't thought that through. No, I should name the video more gender swap, something like that. But it will be a picture. It will be obvious by the time you're watching. I've just realised it's a terrible idea. Ignore it, everybody. Get on with your own work. Z-Slayer Mazamune says Captain Planet doesn't wear the rings. He's made up of the powers of rings. Yes, we do know that, but I'd kind of explain that in my version of it, after he'd absorbed the life energy of those children, he'd then put the rings on. Luke, apparently I'm part of a hardcore crew. Yes, if you watch videos this far in, and how far are we now, by the way? Oh man, 20 minutes already. I've barely done anything. Like, yeah, if you watch my videos through, you are hardcore crew. Like, you guys are the best of the Mega Mega viewers. That's the name I now have for you. Ugh, that might be a bit too cringe. Candy Games, I'm a fan of Leafia's here too. I blame us for fans. Indeed. DTG LTVG69. I don't think I've seen you draw Yoko Litna, and maybe considering drawing a Nico. Yoko Litna. I keep thinking of Yoko Kanno, the music artist to loads of anime. Sorry, normally I just say I'll look them up later, but I'm just going to have a look on Google really quickly now because it sounds familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Yoko Litna. Oh, Tengen Toppen Gran Lagan. Yes, okay, yeah, no, I haven't done her yet, and she is on my to-do list. I need to get out of the way. Swans and Gaming, do you think One Punch Man will ever return as a game for the PC or PlayStation? Oh, if Xbox will definitely not have it. Oh, wait, okay. So was there a bit where it was going to be a video game that I'm not aware of? Because that is big news to me. I just have no idea. Let's get some eyes going on this character. I'm going to need to give this person a face sooner than later. Shit. One Punch Man would be, like, it would be fun and funny, but if you played as Saitama in One Punch Man, it would be the most boring video game in the world. Like, because you just, one punch would beat every level and beat all the enemies. Even the character Saitama in it is always searching for a worthy opponent. He's always bored in his own series. So, I mean, unless because if they kept the humour of it, it might be alright. But I'm actually really worried that, no, it wouldn't make a good video game at all. Unless you played as, like, Genos and you just hung around with One Punch Man and your job was simply to stay alive in the situations where One Punch Man really had no trouble in dealing with everything. But a good thought, would it make a good game? But you guys will have to tell me, how would you make a game where you're the most powerful character in the game? How would you make that good? You'd get to... You know, you'd have to make it just like the manga. The aim of the game wouldn't be to defeat people, it would be to climb up the rankings. And you'd have to do it not by fighting, but by convincing people that you were definitely involved in those massive events somehow. I don't know, it's a weird one to think about. Oh, I've just noticed I might be making this character's face a little bit too small, or their body massively big. Anyway, this is really rough work, so I don't care. In fact, let's just grab a nose for this character. I'll have a tilt back kind of face look going on here. And then let's have just a mouth a little bit open bar. I keep saying it, but just to doubly let you know, this is not going to be a masterpiece of work whatsoever. But it'll at least be an idea for something. Maybe something a little bit later. Just give that lip a bit of depth. And then a little bit of top lip there, why not? And then this character's eye. Something like so. Give him one of those long up ones. And then just drop in circle of light char and char. Middle pupil up far. Okay, and then brows. Okay, so probably going to have to go quite hard and heavy with a brow on this character now, just to really give that face some weight for where I want it to. So I'll have one bit down there, that is good. This character that this is based on, if you haven't guessed by now, or seen it in the titles of the video, has a pretty tough life, I won't lie at all. So quite heavy eyebrows, quite a stern expression, not much interest in things, that is totally fine as far as I'm concerned. Warm, nice and heavy and dark. Let's just scratch some texture onto that. Lovely. And I'll just do the same here really quickly. Lovely stuff. Is that all still in focus on El Phone Del Camera? Yeah, just about. Just about, society. Good. Okay, so back on to your comments. Potato in a can. What the fuck is with drama? Yeah, all that leafy stuff. I've noticed another channel called Drama Alert who kind of highlights all of this sort of stuff. And there is a lot of YouTube drama. A lot of it I don't actually care about at all, though. Ollie Quinvo says his video should be a podcast. Oh, yeah, I'd love to release just the audio, where you can just listen to me talk in the background. I might just do that. I might just re-edit all the videos that exist and drop them on SoundCloud or something. I don't know, maybe. Jesus Corona, how do you stop your artwork from smudging on your sketchbook when closed? Two main ways. In fact, wait there, guys. I think I've got the exact answer for you. By the way, if I'm working on ink, it's obvious. Let it dry, mate. I'm walking away from the camera. Just let it dry. And then shut your sketchbook. Don't be in a rush. But in terms of... It's a creaky door in the background. In terms of when I use pencil, if you don't know this already, boom, hairspray. And this is like, most of you are from the States. There's a shop called Sainsbury's, which is like one up from Tesco maybe. And Tesco is maybe a bit like Walmart. And this is the cheapest, like this is less than £1. The cheapest hairspray you can buy. Do your pencil art, spray it with hairspray, let that dry, and it keeps the pencil in place. It stops it from smudging so much. It's not perfect, but your drawings will last a lot longer if you do pencil art in a sketchbook. Hairspray that shit. Knowledge, everybody. Beast Row says, you to the Mikey and the drama. Yes, I think I understand what you're saying. And Oodsway says, Comic Book Girl 19 do quite good movie reviews and comic reviews that are quite entertaining. Yay! You answered some of my comments. Of course I do. Yeah, actually, thank you. Since you mentioned that, I'm now subscribed to Comic Book Girl 19. That channel with her and that robot is fucking awesome. Really, really good stuff. So yeah, what else do you guys watch on YouTube? Because I'd love to know about it. There's so much good stuff out there. Brian Perry just gives smiley face. Cheers, bro. And Ron Smith says, love your videos. Cheers, Ron. Love you too. No homo, but supportive. Sharanjit Singh. Yeah, you've been around a while on the channel, actually. Dude, whoops, Mikey, man. What a pervy Sage Naruto with Rasengan for the SAS. I've kind of already done a Sage mode Naruto. I don't know if I want to bother doing another one for SAS. There's loads of other characters to get done. But thanks for the suggestion. Craft Gaming, please read my comment in the last episode, please. Ah, yeah, so I saw this. And then what I've done is I've grabbed your comment, kind sir. So, Craft Gaming said, like, loads of episodes ago now, because I obviously missed this comment. Sorry, but cheers. Oh, hey, Mikey, I'm starting to write a book. I'm just wondering what to call it. It's about a teenager who has the chance to make a deal with the devil, and it's supposed to be of the genre of comedy, horror, gothic, dramatic, envy. I never knew envy was a genre, but cool. I just need some ideas for some of the paths he'll go down, and also the title for the book. Well, might as well just give that to the room, really. Have any of you guys got any idea of what would make a good comic for this lad and for that theme? Obviously, any deal with the devil is naturally going to be a double-edged sword, so anything good he gets out of it, he loses something in return. A bit like equivalent exchange, but a bit more sort of deep and life-changing, perhaps. Something like that. And comedy, horror, gothic, dramatic? I don't know. Like, it'll have to be things like, to a certain degree, if he's a good character, the devil will always offer paths that involve people getting maybe harmed, and he'll always have to maybe talk the devil out of it or something like that to make sure it's just an option or a path where he gets what he wants, and he might end up making sacrifices himself each time. And then as the character development goes on, maybe he realizes that making deals with the devil aren't the right paths in life, and you have to make your own choices and things like that. I don't know. But if anybody else has any thoughts on that, get in the comments. And what would you name the book? Big Tits 2, Revenge of Jaws, something like that. Or Smurf Party 5, this time it's satanic. I really have no idea. I'm not very good at book titles. Or you could call it Game of Thrones. That's a really popular book title. It's one of the most searched for book titles on the internet, apparently. But you might get sued. So swings and roundabouts. Okay, so I think now this character is kind of really obvious. I keep forgetting I've already told you that you know what it is, because it's in the title or the thumbnail of the video. But we're trying to do some kind of female version of Guts from Sword of Berserk. Obviously not a perfect version. This is just a rough sketchbook idea. But something like that hopefully kind of gets across what we're getting at. I think Guts actually has like a cut on the nose as well. Something like that. Probably loads of cuts. Anything. But not too many. We don't want to destroy the feminine nature of the character. So let's just pop in a bit of ear there. something like so. Then there'll be something on that side and shadow as well. And then now I get to worry a bit more about the clothes, the framework, and what Guts actually has. I don't know if we're going to do the armor, the odd king armor, or we're going to do his original armor, or even less, maybe just like some kind of Guts version of bikini. I'll have a think about it. But what else is going on with you guys? Dark Blade says, "Hey Mikey, what nationality are you?" Oh, I am, although I have like a really nasally accent, I am English, like have a British passport. I was born in London and raised in, actually to be fair, I've been raised in a number of countries, but most of my growing up has been in the south of England, which is the best part of England, thank you very much, where all the good stuff happens. But my actual like heritage, like, you know, what kind of brown am I? That is a mixed bag, which you will never get. It's quite a combination. But have a go at guessing, I really don't mind. Curse God says, yay, another DWM. Yes! Draw with Mikey. Still going on. Izuela Ivari, I'm freaking dumb, sorry. I don't know what that's in reference to, but no worries. Ron Smith, cool drawing. Cheers, Ron. Roderick Naylor, Mikey, watch Comedy Shorts Gamer. He is crazy. Cheers, bro. I'll add him to the to-do list. Actually, what I'm doing off screen right now is I'm copy-pasting what you've just said, and I'm just having a little search. Comedy Shorts Gamer. Comedy Shorts Gamer, active 1 day ago. Oh, it's some cheeky smiley chap with glasses.
Hey, guys,
fucking hell! Yeah, found it. Sorry, I forgot that I've got the speakers turned on. Yeah, okay, cheers, Roderick. Found it, no worries. Oh, it scared the shit out of me. I'll subscribe to that. Brilliant. Maxi Art says, could you possibly do a tutorial next on Guys? We've talked about this. It will happen eventually. AOJ Rowe, your ink game is too strong. Keep being awesome. Cheers, sir. I appreciate it. Roderick Naylor again, good work. Cheers and call out to God. Oh my god, I didn't know you watched him. Probably talking about Leafy. Link Vasquez says, hey Mikey, did you ever get a chance? You should get a PO box so we can send fan mail and stuff. Ah. And 6.5 out of 10 IGN says, yes, it mostly be XXX rated. Quite probably true. I'd love to get loads of boob pictures from you guys in the post, but that would be so weird and creepy. I'll tell you what, I'll make a PO box if I ever make it to like something absurd. Like if I get 500,000 subscribers, then I'll get a PO box. Actually, let's just say 100,000, because that's also probably never going to happen. Then I'll worry about stuff like that. Still a small independent channel. Although I'm thinking of making a second channel. No way related to this sort of stuff, but more about films. And the only reason why is because I've been watching a lot of Chris Stuckman's channel recently. He does like movie reviews, and there's bits I really like about it and bits I really don't. One, he's just totally himself. He's really relaxed in all his videos and chilled out. He's not too crazy and like, oh, this movie's duh, like Rob Schneider, ba-da-ba-da-ba. He's just like, hey, I watched this video, I think it's really good, I really like this film. I like his laid-back style, and I just binge-watched loads of his videos recently. And now in my head, I'm just like, oh, I want to review movies as well. And I've got an idea, because it wouldn't quite be a movie review. Oh, flawless cut again. Running out of time for the episode. Yeah, I was just saying, it wouldn't quite be a movie review. It'd be like a little bit different. So I've got the channel made. I just haven't made any videos yet. So I'll talk about that in the far, far future when I actually get some time to give it some content. Because there's nothing that I think's weaker than when people are just like, oh, subscribe to my channel, please. And then they've got no videos, and they're just like, oh no, but when I do make videos, I'm going to make videos about this, that, and the other. And you're just like, well, no, make some videos, and then I'll subscribe. I'm not just going to... Anyway, just a pet peeve. Colby Signer says, may I ask how the bloody hell did you learn to draw the way you do, and where did you learn the techniques, or did you develop them on your own? And then I've dropped you a link, kind sir, already, to the frequently asked questions. I hope it helps. So that's about it, as in, we're out of time, everybody. We're going to drop into the time-lapse, as we do about this part of the video. And the sun's gone down a little bit in the background. Oh, it's a real shame. I mean, you guys can see fine. I've got a really bright light. But, like, in general, over my shoulder, it's a bit darker than I thought it was. So I'm going to crack on. Time-lapse, just any rough idea of a rough Guts female version of the suit on this character for you guys to enjoy. And then I'll see you guys right at the end. Okay guys, and there we go. We've got ourselves a gender-swapped female version of Guts, of course, from Sword of the Berserk. Let's just dive in there, and I'm just going to give just a little bit of darkness to the upper part of that eye there. There we go. So yeah, I bloody love Berserk, as you know before. I've done a Berserk armor picture, but I just wanted to do, basically, I wanted to copy it out in an earlier episode of Draw with Mikey. But this time round, we gender swapped it up because kind of I owed you an SAS character from last week, so it seemed only fair. So everybody, if you like this kind of stuff, do click that like button, and if you are new and you've managed to watch all the way through to the end, that's unbelievable. Click subscribe as well. It's a pleasure having you guys along. Most importantly of all, get in the comments. We're going to talk about anything in this series, so whatever's going on, related to art or not, is totally cool, and I'll read them out in the next episode. Alright everybody, peace and love. Goodbye.